So in this video, we will see how to deploy an application in AWS Cloud. For that, we need to go to EC2 service. And here we have to create an instance. So click launch instance. We are going to select the Amazon Linux 2 AMI. That is a Linux instance with the default configurations. So next, add storage, add tags. So here it is not required. The security group, okay. We need to add one more rule, that is the custom TCP rule, okay. And here we need to give 8080. Just we can delete these things. Okay, the 0.0.0.0/0 let us to view or access this instance from any browser with the help of IP address. So review and launch and launch. So I'm going to use the existing key pair. So I will acknowledge it, launch instance. Meanwhile, let me take the key and I'll download the PPK file, and now it is downloaded. Now go back to your instance, click the ID which is created, and for the identification, I'm just renaming it app deploy. Okay, so it's in running state. In order to run this particular instance, I need a software called as PuTTY. Okay, and before I go here, I'll just copy this IP address and I'm pasting it in the host name. And in the SSH, click double tap on that, then single tap on auth and click browse and load the PuTTY private key and click open. You will get a warning, okay, alert. You just click yes. Okay, and now it will ask us the login. You can give EC2-user. Yes, now the instance is running. There are some series of commands where we need to install the Java Tomcat server, and then we are going to modify few set of files in order to run it in the browser. Okay, so the first step is we need to check for updates, sudo m update. So if any packages are found, then it will show this one. You can give yes. This will install the updates in the EC2 instance. This may take some time. And I hope the installation is complete. Yes. So the installation is complete. Now the second step is we need to verify whether Java is installed. So in order to verify that, we have a command called as java space hyphen version. If Java is installed, it will return the version, or else it will tell us command not found. And here we can see command not found. That means Java is not installed. So in order to do some changes, we need to be a super user. So sudo su, so automatically it will be changed to root user. Okay, where we can do changes. So in order to install Java, we need to create a directory. So mkdir, make directory Java. Then we need to switch to the folder. Okay, cd space Java. So directory is changed to Java. And now here we need to install the Java. Okay, so sudo yum install Java -1.0 8.0 hyphen open jdk. Okay, sudo yum install java 1.8.0. Okay, will be installed now. Yes, we need to install by clicking y and press enter. This will install the java in the EC2 instance. Meanwhile, let me take you to Tomcat because we need to download the Tomcat, Apache Tomcat. Okay, so here we are not going to directly download. Instead of that, we are just going to take it from the, no, we are going to get the URL. Okay, so you can just go to Tomcat. Okay, can you see something called a star.gz? You can take any versions. We need only the URL. So copy link and go back to your, yes, putty. So installation is complete. Okay. So the next step is wget space and paste the URL link. Okay. So by right clicking, automatically it will paste the link. Yes. Now it is extracted and it is now stored in the server. Okay. Now, if you want to see whether the file is extracted, you can just put ls command. This will list the files. Can you see something with the red color? Red color denotes it's a compressed file. If it is in blue color, it is a folder. Okay. So the color, with the color, you can just identify it. And the next step is we need to extract the files from the compressed folder. Okay. For that, tar space xvfz, then you can copy this name and just right click it. Okay, no need to copy, just select it and place it here and right click. Okay, you need the extension also, dot tar dot gz. Okay, full extension, because we are going to unzip it. Okay, so this will extract all the files. Now again, if you put ls command, you can see something with the blue color also. That means it is extracted folder. Okay, now it is in java folder. We need to go enter into this folder to view the files. Okay, so cd space, what is the name of the file? This one. Okay, I'll just, and finally you have to put the slash. This will enter into the directory. Now can you see the directory is changed to Apache Tomcat 8.5.71. Okay, now if you put ls, you will be able to see all the files in this particular folder. Okay, so bin, library folder, configurations, logs, temporary files, web apps, work. Okay, all these are the folders and supporting files. Now what we need to do, we need to start the Apache Tomcat server. Okay, okay, so before no I start the Tomcat server. Okay, I need to be a super user, but already we have set it to the super user. Can you see here root? Okay, so we are already the super user, so we can directly change the directory. Okay, cd bin, because bin folder contains the files which is used to start the server. Okay, I'll show you by putting ls command. Can you see here something called a startup.sh shell commands? Okay, this startup command is used to start the Tomcat service, okay, or server. Okay, now let me put dot slash startup.sh. Okay, this will help us to start the Tomcat server. Okay, now we should be able to start. Okay, Tomcat server started, but the problem is, okay, here it will not run directly. Okay, we need to do some modifications. Before that, let me check whether Tomcat is running successfully with the uh, no command. Okay, grep command. So what is the use of grep command? It will find with the keywords. Okay, so for that you need to put ps space hyphen ef and a pipe symbol and grep. Okay, and I need to search a name Tomcat. Okay, this will help me whether to find whether Tomcat is installed in the server or not. Now, can you see wherever Tomcat word is found, it is highlighted in the red color. That means Tomcat is installed. Okay, so it is working fine. Now, we cannot use the same thing, but instead of that, we need to do some modifications. And I told you we are going to run it in the local host. Okay, so that in the security group, we have set it already to custom TCP rule, and port number is 8080. So 8080 means it is a local host. So wget space http:// localhost colon 8080. Okay, press enter. So it is telling it is connected. Okay, and you can see that index.html. Okay, yes. Now it is in the bin directory. Okay, everything is in bin directory. From the bin directory, we need to change the directory, and in that directory we have seen multiple folders and files. We need to modify two files in order to run the same thing in our browser. Okay, in the browser. Okay, let me show you whether it is running successfully or not. Go to your AWS service. Okay, and we can just let me click it. Yes, we need to. Okay, I just want to copy this. Okay, I just want to copy this, not open. I'll just copy this. I close this and I'll open it in another tab. Okay, colon 8080. Can you see here? The Apache Tomcat is now open. So can you see here the we have used the DNS, okay, colon 8080. Okay, but here we don't know what is the password, username password. By clicking this manager app, I should be able to get one. I'll show you manager app. See, it is telling access denied. Okay, okay. So let me take this one. I'll take this one. I'll copy this. I'll keep it. Okay. I'm not going to, no, I'm going to reuse it. I'll show you where I'll reuse it. I'll just paste it and keep it. Okay. For the identification. Okay. Later we will use this one. Okay, now it is returning me the access denied. Okay, that means we need to no, do some modifications in context.xml file. Okay, as well as in the configuration folder there is one more file called as tomcat users.xml. Okay, so in this file we are going to delete few set of lines. Okay, and sorry for that. Okay, so in this particular file, we are going to add this set of command. Okay, so that the username and password we are going to set it. Okay, okay. So going back to the putty window. Okay, we need to change the directory. Sorry, cd space double dot. Yes. So now it is in Apache Tomcat folder, and inside that we need to let me put ls command, and this ls command we need to enter into this web app folder. Okay, web apps. So since I know the path, I'll directly put the command ls web apps. Okay, and in that we will be having the manager, sorry, manager, and in that we have meta information folder. Okay, can you see when I give this particular path, I could see context.xml file. Okay, now inside that context.xml, and we need to change it to not ls, it is vi. Okay, we are going to edit this particular file. So I'll click enter, and it will take me to this particular page. Okay. Okay. So now here, in order to do some changes, we need to press I. This will help us to insert the lines. Okay. So here I'm not going to insert any lines. Instead of that, I'm just going to comment it. Okay. You can either comment it or you can delete it. Okay. I know these are the two lines. So I'm directly deleting these files. Sorry for that. It is not allowing me to. So I'm deleting these lines. Only these two lines. You should not delete other lines. Other lines will affect your output. Okay. Okay. So I have no, done some modification. That is, I am removing some lines from the code. Okay. Once you complete, you have to press escape colon WQ. Okay. That means you are completing your writing and then you are quitting from the editing window. Okay. So that is also done. Now there is one more folder. Okay. We need to enter into a folder called configuration. I told you, can you see here configuration folder in Apache? We have configuration folder. So I'll directly give vi space configuration, that is conf, and inside that we have a file called, okay, tomcat users .xml. So if you have any doubt, either you can enter into the directory or you can see here. Okay, in this window, I'll highlight it. See the same no path we are using. Okay, so vi space conf slash tomcat users.xml. Okay, press enter. So it will take you into no another no code. Okay, so here you want to insert. Okay, so press I, so that insert will appear here. Go to the last line of this particular code. Okay, that means after this comment line, we need to add these two lines which we have here. I'm going to change the password as tomcat. Okay, so role name is equal to manager GUI. Okay, and username tomcat, password tomcat, and role I'm going to set it to manager. Okay, I'll just copy this file and I'll right click it. Okay, so I think you could understand. So we have deleted two lines in the no context.xml where the access control list will be modified, and here we are adding one username and password in the users.xml. Okay, tomcat users.xml. So now I have added it. Press escape colon WQ and press enter. So this will exit the editor. Okay. Now the folder is in Apache Tomcat. Okay. Okay. Now we have done some modifications. Already the Tomcat server is started. Now what we have to do? We have to restart the server. So in order to restart it, I'll go to bin again and I'll use dot slash shutdown dot sh. Okay, this will help me to shut down the server, Tomcat server. Okay, now it is shut down. Now I'll restart the server. Okay, by typing startup dot sh. Okay, dot slash startup dot sh. Okay, click enter. Now it is telling me the Tomcat is started. Now I'll go to this page. I'll refresh it. Now can you see it is asking me for the username password. So what is the username? It is Tomcat. Password is Tomcat. Okay. Click sign in. Yes. It is signed in now. So it is authenticated, right? So you will get this page, Tomcat Web App Manager. Okay. Can you see here only these are the paths that are available in this particular Tomcat server. Now here this is the last step. We are going to deploy the WAR file. Okay, so WAR file, in order to deploy the WAR file, you need to choose the file. Okay, click choose file, and I have few set of files. Let me take you sample.war. Okay, click open. So WAR file is loaded. click deploy. And once you click deploy, can you see here the sample path application is shown here. Okay. So when you click this, it should display this hello world application. Okay. So when I click this, can you see sample hello world application? Okay. And you can see in this browser where it is running. It is in running in EC2 54 210 144 226. Okay. Let me take you to the EC2. What is the address? You can see EC2 54 210 144 226. That means the application is deployed in the EC2 instance and it is running in the no, EC2 instance itself. Okay. So this is the program which shows clearly that how to deploy an application using the EC2 instance. Okay. Thank you.